Well, hi. I'm Todd Studer. This is Morning Coffee. This is the first one that I have ever attempted. What is it going to be? What's it going to look like? How is this going to go? I really have no idea, but I am a believer that you don't have to have everything figured out before you get new projects started. And that's the idea with this. It's been a while since I've done a morning show. It was last year. So many of you know that I was running the local radio station here that ended. We'll call it that. It just ended. But one of the things that I thought about as I was putting the show together was, if you're going to have a show called Morning Coffee, you should probably have some coffee on it. Well, look at this. Yeah, there's actual coffee in there. And I collect coffee mugs, this from DeSoto National Wildlife Refuge up near Missouri Valley, Iowa. And I'm a big fan of that place. Love the hiking up there. Love the scenery up there. I love the museum that's there. Chance to take in all of the items that were in the Bertrand. And so if you haven't been, go. And if you have, go again. It's tons of fun, and you usually see something more than what you saw last time. So we do already, believe it or not, we have sponsors on this morning show, and one of them is Foxco Fabrication in Council Bluffs. FoxcoFab.com is the website. These guys do a lot of really cool work, and if you go to FoxcoFab.com, you can see all the different ideas. But one thing to remember is that it's all custom made. They don't pre-make anything there and then sell it in bulk. Everything is going to be custom made. Now, they do give you some design ideas. If you have some different designs and you're trying to come up with a good gift, these are the guys to go to. Rick Graybill is he's really, really talented. And they also do custom welding. They do knife sharpening. And their latest thing is that you can hire Foxco Fabrication to turn your truck into a double diamond fabrication flatbed truck. So go to foxcofab.com and you can learn all about that. This particular episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the real estate market right now. I know that interest rates are up and down, and a lot of folks trying to guess exactly what's going to happen. It's tough. It's really tough to know where ultimately those things will end up. There is a podcast, local podcast right here in Council Bluffs. It's called Hunting Home. Blake Hunter with Berkshire Hathaway is the host. Blake is one of the most talented realtors out there, and I had an opportunity to talk with him on his latest podcast about some of these very things. The last time that I spoke with other realtors about the market that we're in, they had said that kind of comes in spurts, that you'll get a lot all at once and then go for a long period of time without anything. Is that your experience as well?
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of been my experience with my own business this year. Is it's been very, what I consider cyclical. Like I get really busy. There's all these things happening at one time. I'll be working with a handful of people showing a lot of properties. And then it's like all of a sudden they all find what they're looking for, or their property's going to contract. It seems like at the same time. Like I just mentioned, I recently had a house listed in Omaha, very straightforward, split entry. Thought it was priced well, and put it out on the market. It's kind of one of those what I would call a bulletproof house. It's only about a 15-year-old house, perfect entry level home that a new owner should see equity, pretty easily over the next 5 to 10 years. And put it on the market, and it was just quiet. That first weekend I had an open house, didn't have a single person come through the open house. The second day on the market, had a limited amount of showings, and we made a fast price reduction because we were under a timeline. And after talking to my client and their motivation, like, yeah, we need to get this thing sold. Once we did that, we gained a little more traction, but still not as much as I thought that we would. On the other hand, had a house in Council Bluffs. I kind of thought it was priced on the higher side for the square footage, but bang, had a great contract, first day on the market, good traffic. So that's when I say it's weird. It's just weird. Things that I, kind of have my finger on, thinking they'll sell really fast, don't always go that way. And, I think a big thing right now is that buyers are a little more picky, and they have the right to be. Right now, there's more supply, um, and so they're getting better terms. They're able to not have to rush. They're making better decisions. And so, when I'm telling my clients when they're listing their property, let's get this thing ready to go. Let's make it look really good and make sure that it stands out in the market as far as price and just people's overall experience when they come look at the property, because that's what's going to get it moved. Because people have options right now.
Another podcast that's out there right now is my own. It's called Campfire Conversations. The good folks at the Acres off Homestead Avenue, east of Council Bluffs, have been very kind to let me use their bonfire area to shoot video, to record campfire conversations. We're talking with a lot of different folks in the community, around the community of Council Bluffs and surrounding areas. And the latest episode, which actually was just released last night, features George Ivanov of The Best Wrestler. George was an Olympic wrestler for Bulgaria, competed in the 2016 Olympics in Rio. And we talk about that. We talk about what's going on right now with the best wrestler. Let's give you a clip of that real quick.
So what I'm trying to do is this. We have 3 pillars now that we're focusing on. One is wrestling, because we know we can utilize the sport of wrestling to create great individuals. We know we can utilize the sport of wrestling to open doors and opportunities that were not present otherwise, just like for me personally in my life. And so we're utilizing wrestling as a tool to create opportunities and help these kids. Academics is a pillar. We want to make sure that if kids want to go to college, great, we can open doors for them and provide opportunities, whether that's me writing a recommendation letter to a college so they can get a scholarship, or us trying to make a connection so they can get into the trades, trade schools, whatever it may be. And the third pillar is a career. We want to make sure that every kid that goes through our club and they're with us and we connect with them and they consider themselves a wrestler, now they're going to have a career and they don't have to worry about it. We can get them an internship, job shadowing, interview somewhere within our circle. And so once they establish themselves in the world, they can come back and give back to us in a way, whether it's monetary, whether it's volunteer time, whether it's come and talk to the group, or provide the next opportunity with an internship or with a job interview, somewhere, on one of our kids. And so we want to make sure that we close the circle and we never lose connection with the athletes and the kids and the individuals that we're developing.
You can find Campfire Conversations on YouTube. You can also find it on Facebook, and we'll put a link here in the comments section of where you can take that, and we'll put the YouTube link there so you can see that and catch some of the other episodes too. It's a ton of fun. We try to have a fire going, although the latest one that I recorded that's going to be released next week, the wind was just too much. We didn't start a fire. I didn't feel like burning down the field that was next to us. But as you can see also, I am an Iowa Hawkeye fan. For folks that know me, and to be honest, if you're watching this first episode, chances are you know me. So I'm a Hawkeye fan. And I was reasonably happy after the first half with the Ohio State game. Second half, not so much. That third quarter just got out of hand in a hurry. And the upside is, this is a pretty decent football team. And, I would expect that they're going to make a bowl game, but we'll take a look and just cross our fingers that it's going to be someplace warm, because I would love to go someplace warm to watch the Hawkeyes play in a bowl game. Nebraska's doing very well, 5-1 now. God help me. They, however, have done a pretty good job to the easy part of their schedule. Things get a lot tougher now. Indiana is next, and that's a team that is they're scoring a lot of points, and that's a really, really tough football team. So we'll see how that one goes. And congratulations, Iowa State fans, doing very well on this season. I know that our good buddy Travis Waldstein had them picked to make it to the Big 12 championship game. So and they're playing like it. So things going well for Cyclone Nation right now, and things going well for my Falcons. Yeah, I'm a Atlanta Falcons fan, and they got that overtime win. Anytime they could beat New Orleans, that's the big rivalry, if you don't know, between Atlanta and New Orleans. They don't like each other at all. And so as we move forward with this morning show, which will be a daily morning show, we're going to talk about things that are going on right here in Council Bluffs and some of the activities, events that are coming up. We had a ton of events that we went out to already this year. I got to do a Facebook Live from Good Neighbor Day. Elisa Roth was kind enough to let me come down, set things up as she was giving away 20,000 roses. And I believe she was done before noon. Started at 8 o'clock and was done before noon with that. So that event just keeps getting better and better, and I was very happy to be a part of it. And we'll be talking with different folks around the community with this, showing you clips from some of the podcasts that are going on. You know, there's some great podcasts that are produced right here in Council Bluffs, and you should take them in. There's Writing Tandem. That is with Vivian Kavam and Tandem Works. And she talks with different entrepreneurs with that one as well. And Circle of Trades, Travis Waldstein. You can't go wrong there. Travis encouraging young people to consider the trades as they graduate high school and to think about that as being an option, whether it be in the heating and air and plumbing business as he is, or any of the other trades as well. It's just an option. It's something to consider for young people who like working with their hands. Talks a lot about that in the podcast, and also about some of the other things that are going on inside of the heating and air world. And very entertaining. I always have a good time with it too. So this isn't going to be a really long show this morning. You know, back when I was still doing radio, I could always play music anytime that I wanted to put something together. If I'm running low on conversation or didn't have anybody to talk to, kind of like this morning when I don't have anybody to talk to, just play a song or two. Talk about the music. I don't have that anymore. And I've never done talk radio. This is a different format for me. You know, this being completely web delivered and being a talk show type of thing. Always looking for guests. So if you know of someone, especially nonprofits, I got a big heart for nonprofit. And by the way, I should mention that Southwest Iowa chapter of NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness, they are having their big gala. It's coming up October 18th, and it's going to be in Oakland, Iowa. Somebody that we know is emceeing that event. Yeah, that's going to be me. So we hope to see you there. I do understand there is a few tickets left. So just go to the NAMI Southwest Iowa website, and you can find those tickets. A couple of comedians, local comedians, are going to be helping out with that too. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. Anything that you would like to see on this morning show, or different things you'd like to talk about? I have a theory, and that theory is the brighter of a light that you shine on the positive, the less comfortable the negative is being around it. We have enough negative in our lives. I'm not interested in doing anything that's going to go down that road. I had a couple of trolls come visit me recently on some post that I made. I just left it there. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't care. You know, I want positive. And to talk about the positive things that are going on in our area, in our community, and with some of the wonderful people that live here. So any tips, you can always send it to toddstuder@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me, and would love to take some of your tips and talk about some of the different things that we can do with this show. And also, you'll be seeing the different collection. Again, this is just one of the many collection of the coffee mugs that I have here. But we're very happy that we're getting this thing going. And when I say we, I mean me for now, but hopefully it's going to grow. Always would love to bring on new sponsors for this. Things are going very well with all the different lives that I've been doing so far, and been getting a lot of numbers on there. So would love to talk to you about that too. You know, Foxco Fabrication coming on, the best wrestler with George Ivanov, the guest that I have on the current podcast of Campfire Conversations. Best wrestler is now a sponsor here. Just Sue Creative, a brand new business that can help you grow your business, building websites and SEO and all kinds of great stuff with Just Sue Creative. So just a few of the folks that are helping out with this, and we'd love to get your business or organization involved with it as well. So that's going to wrap things up for this morning. Again, just kind of short and sweet. As we get more interviews in and more folks are aware that this is going on, then, you know, things will get a little bit longer. The cool thing about doing something on the web as opposed to just on regular radio or television is I don't have a set amount of time to fill. I can just go however long I want to go. You know, I'm think of some of those podcasts that are out there. They can be anywhere from Joe Rogan going over 3 hours to some of them as short as 10 minutes. People ask me all the time when we're getting ready to do a podcast, well, how long should it be? As long as you have a conversation that's compelling, keep going. It's fine. And don't try to wrap it up too soon, and don't try to stop or drag it on just so you can fill some time. There's no need to do that. So anyway, thrilled to be back and doing something in the Council Bluffs area. Just getting started with this. This is just a way for me to dip my toe into the edge of the pool and find out what the temperature is. And hopefully very, very soon, I'm just going to say, you know what, let's just dive in and see whether or not the the water can support me. All right. So until tomorrow morning, I'm Todd Studer with Morning Coffee. We'll see you tomorrow.